I'm furious. First of all, we're without a speaker. This is historic. Something like this hasn't happened in well over 100 years. And now what we've got is total chaos when the Republicans are playing out their infighting on national television in a historic way instead of fighting Joe Biden's policies.
And so the Republican Party looks like they're out of commission. Donald Trump is in court, unfairly or not, today. You have this happening, Republicans ousting their own speaker in front of the world. And they have no plan right now to replace the Speaker of the House, so which means they can't move their agenda forward. I was talking to a friend who works on Capitol Hill on the Senate side who said the stars are finally aligning with McCarthy's office to get a border deal done that is dead in the water now.
And just like CNN, MSNBC, here we go with Fox News on that BS. And that's why a lot of people are tuning this out. And they got some gems on there. They got some pretty good ones. But the network as itself is cratering because of this. Before we dive into this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you could please share so we can get it out there. First, we'll start with the judge. And she has some really good takes about crime and stuff like that. But she is just completely wrong in this situation. Oh, all this infighting. It's in the public eye, hasn't happened in over 100 years. When you have so many snakes in the grass, so many flies in the ointment, sometimes unprecedented things or things that haven't been done in a very long time need to be done. There has been no movement. She's talking about fighting Joe on his agenda with the borders and the crime. That's what they're trying to do. And you have certain snakes that are standing there allowing none of this stuff to go forward. That's what Matt Gaetz, that's what he's talking about in essence of what's going on. It's simple math. If I have $5 trillion budget, that's what the U.S. is supposed to have every year, which is crazy. A $5 trillion budget, but we're spending $7 trillion. How are we ever going to get ahead? You're always going to be in debt, and that 33 trillion will be 40, will be 50, and you're going to be leaving it to your grandkids and their kids. That's exactly what's happening, and he's trying to fix a broken system. And McCarthy, somebody who is just in on it, apparently. Do you ever notice, one thing about him, do you ever seen this picture with him with the Ukraine pin and all that, and has the pocket square inside the pocket and all that? Where's his American flag pin? Where is that at? I don't see that. They are putting other countries above their own. And that's what nobody's realizing. He's over here cutting backroom deals with Joe, talking about, hey, you know what? If you're going to do the border security, then we can, tie Ukraine funding with that, even though you've given them $115 billion already. So he's part of the problem. Why are you protecting another country's borders and not your own? What he should be saying, we're not tied. Ukraine ain't getting a dime. I don't care if we pass border security. We're done. We're not funding anything. Their whole solution is let's just keep on giving money to this war, right? And eventually something's going to happen. They never talk about peace deals. They never talk about Joe flying over there and getting in his wheelchair and going to talk and trying to get some kind of deal done. It's all about, and you notice how they supposedly got out of Afghanistan and got right back into another war with just endless spending, endless funds. None of this stuff, there's no tally sheets, nothing's checked about it. 300 million ammunition package. I talked about this again. How do you know what they're actually getting? There's no checks and balances. And this is why the country is in debt. Simply, and it's on both sides. They're both snakes in the grass on both sides. And then the lady at the end, let me play a quick snippet if you guys might have missed it to what she said.
The Republican Party looks like they're out of commission. Donald Trump is in court, unfairly or not, today. You have this happening, Republicans ousting their own speaker in front of the world, and they have no plan right now to replace the Speaker of the House, so which means they can't move their agenda forward. I was talking to a friend who works on Capitol Hill on the Senate side who said the stars are finally aligning with McCarthy's office to get a border deal done that is dead in the water now.
And then you see the first thing that she said, oh, Trump's in court unfairly or not. Really? Unfairly or not? So you're cool with the evaluation of $18 million from Mar-a-Lago. See, these people know that it's wrong, and they show their true colors. Whenever it's stressed or whenever the agenda's pushed against, they'll end up showing their true colors. And she was talking about, oh, I got a friend up on, in the Senate, in the Capitol, that said, the stars were finally going to align with the border deal. See what they do? After all this time, he's been there for 9 months. This didn't just happen with the border yesterday. This has been going on and nothing's been done. They have the debt ceiling. They had all this stuff where they can negotiate. Listen, we're not approving nothing until the border is locked down, period. And they have the power. They have the majority in the House, and they don't flex it. They don't do it. They sign off on all this crazy spending going overseas, and nothing ever changes. And Matt Gaetz, once again, love him or hate him, this is what he's saying.
If this House of Representatives has exceeded all expectations, then we definitely need higher expectations.
And he's 100% right. They're out here acting like they got all these big wins and accomplishments. Oh, we got this committee opened up to finally look into how dirty Joe is. You see what the Democrats do, though. The one thing you can give them is they got the committee in. They got Steven Spielberg filming it. They had already brought Donald Trump Jr. in several times to testify. As soon as Trump was sworn in, they had Donald Trump Jr. already in there, having him sworn in, testifying, trying to dig up all kinds of dirt and BS. And still, what does Kevin McCarthy do? Oh, when the appropriate time comes, we'll subpoena and we'll bring in Hunter Biden. All he's showing is the makeup of somebody who's in on it as well. This stuff should have been done day one. What happened to releasing the January 6 tapes? They want to talk about all this stuff. It could compromise security. You guys broadcast all the other stuff already. All this stuff is already on tape. What are you talking about? Why don't you release the tapes? Oh, because it's going to show what actually went down. And he's actually protecting other people. That's why you had the fake unselect committee got rid of all the documentation they had. He is showing all the makeup of being in on it. You've had 9 months and you haven't done nothing. This is what the American people are waking up to. They're seeing on both sides. You might say one side's a little bit better than the other. They don't get nothing done. And this is what Matt is talking about. Why aren't these appropriation bills put through? Why wasn't the IRS agents, the 87, instantly defunded? Instantly. They tried to backpedal and they still gave them funding in the end. That's what I'm saying. These people are weak because they're in on it. You need to get these people out of there because that's why nothing's getting done. That's why you see with the media and how they're able to completely take over the country and they keep wanting to be, nice fiddle and all that. How come all this stuff with the committee? No, all of these records need to be turned over now. They should be subpoenaing all this stuff. The FBI, CIA, this is what they should be doing, but they're not. We'll let you know the appropriate time to look into Hunter, even though they know that he's filthy. So you're doing that, you're cutting deals for Ukraine after all the money they've been given. It's just red flags. And then you go to Fox News and you have people, like I said, the judges, a lot of other people on there. Like I like Jesse, even Greg had a little take where he was complaining about what's going on. These people, they don't want to fight to win. They want to be weak and let the other side dominate. And you just saw that a couple days ago. They had all the power. No, we're not budging on this. We're not going to give Ukraine jack diddly. You're going to do this, period. And what do? They fold like a banquet chair at the end of the night. And they show you who they really are.
Our country's going to hell in a handbasket.
So they need to get a speaker in there. We need to get this all worked out. And they wanted Byron Donalds. And I liked Byron Donalds, but he has a lot of shady things that he's been doing over the last few months. And he voted to keep Kevin McCarthy. Let's just keep doing what we're doing because we don't want to look bad on TV for a week or whatever. They already talk bad about you anyways. They already call you Hitler, extreme and crazy and taking kids at schools and shooting people. They already say all that about you anyways. How much worse can it get? Well, you're just worried because they're going to say something bad? No, you need to fix these problems. They are taking your leading candidate. They are taking President Trump and dragging him through the mud. All this stuff with the fraud, with the houses. They know it's all BS with the businesses. It's all about to try to make him look bad. And that's not counting all the... So 4 indictments, all this. Show me, tell me what the Republicans have done on the other side. Just so we looked into a couple records with Joe. That's it. What else have they done? Have they tried to hold Adam Schiff or we got him censured? No, it's treason what he's been doing. What about General Milley? Why don't they speak out about that? Him trying to secretly contact China to warn them if they're ever... That's treason. I don't care how any way you slice it or dice it. So why isn't that being outed? Period. If the Democrats were on the other side and say Matt Gaetz pulled the fire alarm, Jamal Bowman would have already been prosecuted. But no, they play so weak. They play so timid. They don't speak out how the people are being completely treated like trash with January 6th. These people in jail with no due process. Where's the outrage with that? And I can just keep going. The border, the fentanyl, all this stuff, the trafficking, they do nothing. And that's why it's time to make some changes. So just like the judge said, oh, it's been over 100 years. Good. Get rid of these people that are snakes in the grass and get it fixed. So you guys let me know. Maybe I'm completely off base. Maybe what the strategy is to keep doing the same thing and hoping for different results. Because they're delivering, man. Don't things look great? And I get it, you have the Democrats on this side, but still you have certain parameters where you can force their hands. Debt ceiling, all this stuff, the continuing resolution stuff, you can force their hands and they wouldn't do it. They just bend the knee and let's just keep doing what you guys want to do. And you're never going to win that way, period. It's time to change. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and if you guys could please share so we can get it out there. And I will catch you guys on the next one.